What's one lesson about relationships that you wish your daughters never have to learn the hard way?
Ooh, coming in hot.
Got
Very
to.
first
I
one.
got to. That's how we started off. They already know. They already know how we
Oh
started
man.
off in the Keepsake Corner.
Yeah, and I'm learning. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
learning.
Yes. And Ian, my boy Ian right here. I usually, I'm just gonna introduce you right now. I usually wait till you answer the question, but I gotta let him know my boy Ian has two little princesses right there. So I gotta know.
Yes.
I gotta know. You don't want them to learn the hard way. What's one lesson?
One lesson I don't want them to learn the hard way,
Mm-hmm.
but it's inevitable,
Mm.
is there's always there's always two sides to people. There's
Oh,
always two sides to people for the most part. It's
okay.
one side that they want you to see,
Mm.
and then another side who they truly are. And
Mm.
my fear is that they meet someone, fall in love, you know what I'm saying, a young strapping gentleman,
Yes.
telling them anything and everything that they want to hear,
Right.
and then he just pulls the clown wig back and
Mm.
shows his real self.
Mm, mm,
That's my
mm,
one
mm.
fear.
That's it. Welcome to the Keepsake Korner, y'all. I have my boy Ian here, and we're gonna start off with a guest toast right here.
Hey,
Thank you for coming.
thank you for having me. I really love that intro.
Yes,
I
thank
love that
you.
intro.
Because I used to say this was a safe space. Oh, keep saying, but now everybody say it's a safe space, and some of y'all spaces safe is subjective. Safe is subjective.
Right.
So it's comfortable. It's cool. But I don't, the generic questions and things and words that are thrown out there, we have to get down to what's really happening because it starts in the home. I don't care what y'all say, yes, environment, society, but it starts in the home. Whether they have it the two parent home, one parent home, grandparents, or anything like that. So, raising daughters, because I have a daughter, mine's 22.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And let me tell you, it's at that point where, yes, she has a boyfriend, and it is coming the inevitable. I love that word, the inevitable, because there are times when I'm like, all right. And I have to tell her, which one do you want right now? What I'm saying? Like, do you want the mom? Do you want the keepsake? I mean, because I've been doing this since 2016, right? Yeah. So it's like, which one you want? Because I gotta know which one I'm gonna be right now, right? Because of the inevitable. And then even thinking about her dad, which the story is out there as well with her dad. He was not active and very involved. But with that said, so how do you as a father go about shaping them to recognize what can be inevitable? Is that a word? Webster, pick it up. If it's not inevitable, it's inevitable. All right.
I like it. We're just gonna play it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm putting it in my dictionary. All right.
We're just gonna roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how do I prepare them?
Mm-hmm.
How do I prepare them? Well, a little bit of backstory about me. As you mentioned, I'm married, got two lovely daughters. I'm on the up and upright now, but growing up I wasn't.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Growing up I wasn't. I was, a younger individual. I too grew up without a father figure in my life.
Oh, okay.
So I knew everything from my mom's point of view. Right? Which was kind of tough. She did everything that she could do, which I really applaud her grow up to be a man. But ultimately, she's not a man. She didn't understand. She can do whatever best job that she could do to raise me. So from that point moving forward, once again, I never had a father figure in my life, so I didn't know how to act as a man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do, what not to do, the appropriate things to do. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a man's standpoint. Not saying that that's the right standpoint.
Right, right.
But
in what aspects? Are we talking just relationships or just in everyday?
In everyday aspects, right? So relationships, meaning how to treat a woman. I never saw love. That's been a struggle with even today with my household. I never saw love, so I don't know how to properly. I didn't know. I'm learning now how to properly love my wife the way that she wants to be loved. Right? Okay. So I've been going about things the way I think what love looks like.
I know y'all got your notebook because y'all follow your but anyway, go ahead.
Yes. So bringing it full circle, I'm just gonna teach. I'm gonna teach my daughters, number one, to give grace to kids like me, to young men like me who never had that father figure growing up, and then just to fully understand that they might be trying their best, but also there's ill intent out there as well.
Yes.
Because I too had ill intent growing up.
At some point, right? Yes.
At some point.
Yes.
At some point. And I just feel like, once again, just give them grace and to consult people like myself, people like you with this great podcast, and mom and dad,
yes,
on what is real and what's not.
Yes, that was great. Oh my goodness. And so I grew up in a loving two-parent home, but a lot of people felt that when I had left my daughter's father, like, oh my gosh, like walk the line, like you know what I'm saying? Hey, right. Walk the plank. Right. And I'm just like, I just knew, and I tell this story often, that I just wasn't going to be happy as an individual. So therefore, a lot of people, I be having my light bulb moments, and I just realized that this looked like a light bulb. So whatever, I have my light bulb moments. People are so selective. They get caught up on titles when they want to, meaning that in relationships, right? Oh, you want to be a wife, you want to be this, you want to be that. But what about the individual? If you are not good as an individual, you won't be good as any of those other titles that you guys want to push on you guys self. So I was engaged and unengaged. As an individual, I would not have been a good wife. I'm gonna tell you right now, especially to him.
And why is that?
I wasn't feeling him like that. I did not want to be his wife. Now I desire to be a wife. I says all I desire to be a wife. You know what I mean? But I know who and I know how. And again, not saying but people I'm not a wife, so I can't say what but as far as me, and then that's another thing. We're gonna get into definitions of wives and husbands and all that stuff. Cause y'all be blowing to y'all don't even know. Yeah, anyway. And I just wasn't I was between 18, so met him when I was 18 and then left when I was 25. I would say it was 5 years too long because I knew. But according to society and everyone, because I grew up in a loving two-parent home, how dare I not give my child the same? But I'm going to give her the same loving household that I had, whoever is present. You know what I mean? And so that is really good that you talk about grace and the two different sides. Because when I tell my story, no one wants to hear about like the side of me that was unhappy.
Yes.
They just see the side that had a child.
Right.
I heard so many times, Ian, well, you chose him. I did, but guess what? I chose that side that Ian was talking about.
The side he wanted you to see. Right?
And we just wasn't growing together. I tell everybody that. And I really want people to understand that because I feel once people understand that, then they'll understand themselves in my journey too. Because you just said, you gotta grow.
You gotta grow 100%. And first off, I just wanted to applaud you for making that tough decision to leave your daughter's father.
Thank you so much.
People see it from the outside in, right? They see, oh, they're separating, things aren't good, they're better together, yada, yada, yada. But they don't understand, number one, that you weren't better as an individual. And number two, if you would have stayed with that person, you'd have been bad, not only for yourself, you've been bad raising that child.
Yes.
And what's worse, staying together for the image or separating, right? Or separating for the greater good for yourself and for your child.
Yes, image is good, and trust me, our image wasn't that popping. for us to want to say, we wasn't on the magazine to where I had to fight for that image. All right, we was cute, but then also too, I say too, what do people want? What y'all wanted me to say? He beat me. He cheated on me. Oh my! I have to leave because he X, Y, and Z. No. I don't have. There's no reason why people, and I call that collateral damage.
Yeah.
That's what baggage is.
Yeah.
Bag lady. I bust out the song. I do. But people should not want that for themselves or their children at all. But let me say, oh my, see, this is why I know we get on topic, off topic. I know, oh, let's go with definitions, but I'm going to write down this other one that I said I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, let's definitely
definitions. Wife. All right. I just, of course, there's a basic, a general, what a wife and a husband is. Yes, we can go biblical. Right. I don't want to go biblical, not because I don't like biblical. I love my biblical, but I don't want to go there because I feel sometimes that's a cop out for some people.
100%.
Right? Let's talk individual. When it comes to a wife, you know what boils my keepsake grits? This whole wifey duty thing. I ain't never heard of a hubby duty. Y'all ever heard of like, oh, he got hubby duties. He got hubby duties. No, it's always wifey duties. So, I was like, I don't even know if I'm okay. Let's just go back because maybe it'll come full circle.
Yeah.
When you met your wife.
Yes.
Tell us that journey on. I want to more know about how you felt, not like how it unfolded or nothing. Because a lot of women I get all the time, how will he know? Right. No, how will I know? They want to know how will I know if he want to marry me? Like you will know when he lets you know. So I guess the question is, I don't even want to ask how does the guy know. Tell me your journey.
Yes.
Meeting her, how you felt, and all that. I don't want the basics.
Yeah. I'll give you my personal journey. Yes. So, I met my wife when I was 25. Mm-hmm. I think I was 25 when I met my wife. Met her at the bank. So I knew she had a job.
Okay.
That was one of the pros.
Right.
And so, but once again, at the time, I wasn't. I was that gentleman that wasn't the best individual. You know what I'm saying? So I would, I come from a streak before, dating multiple women before her. You know what I'm saying? Cheated on my girlfriends before that. I'm not proud of it, but that's just who I was.
Right.
And so, I'm going through, and I met my wife. Even when I met my wife, I was still dating, multiple people through that process. She didn't know that, but
right.
She didn't think, or I didn't think she did. She definitely knew.
Ooh.
But I was going through that process, right? And what made me think like, hey, I can see myself building with this woman. I can see her as my wife. Is whenever I was dating her, I had no desire for any other woman. No desire. And for me to even have that feeling of no desire is crazy because I'm a hunter. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I hunt, I kill, and I eat, if you catch my drift.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so I had constantly had that appetite. But when I met my wife, it just went away. Suppressed. That's what it is. And that's a great word because it truly does not ever go away.
Yes.
As a married man, it truly does not ever go away, but it's just suppressed. I'll give you an example. So I was dating her. We weren't engaged or anything at the time. I went to Vegas. You know how Vegas is.
Yes.
Went to Vegas, met this lady, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, I'm a hunter. I'm going to go hunt. I'm going to kill and I'm going to eat. And when it came to the time, I had no desire.
That's deep.
No desire. My wife knows the story too, so it's not just,
It's full, y'all.
Yeah, I had no desire. And that's that moment. I was like, wow, I really truly care for this woman. I love her. I can see a future. I don't want to mess this up. Let me just go ahead and see where this takes me. That me personally, when my appetite was suppressed,
yes,
and I can see a future. That's when I personally knew
that might be the title
that this is my wife.
Appetite, and I love that because. So does that mean? So what I hear you saying, and what I want to clarify is that it has nothing to do with what the woman is doing, so to speak. Right? It's about. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But I want you to pick up what I'm laying down, y'all. Pick up what's in there. It's not what you're doing to get him. It's what you're doing to be yourself.
That's what it is.
It's based on the man's feelings. I'm trying to die.
Tell him.
Tell him. It's based on the man. You can, because I think I posted the other day on social media. It was a post that said, "Oh, a man. I mean, you can. Oh no, it said a man don't cheat on a woman who cooks and does something. Oh, everybody went in like, yeah. Let me tell y'all something about that. Everybody can cook. Let me tell y'all, everybody can cook. Like, there's no now. burn, cook like your granny, cook like Bobby Buffet, whoever. That's a different story. Everybody can cook. And then everybody don't like everything. You know, so I want y'all to pick up what I'm laying down here when y'all want to say, oh, I cook, I clean, I do this. Everybody level of cleaning ain't it? I'm not finna go there with y'all. Because I'm borderline OCD. Everybody level of cleaning ain't cleaning, which that's right. You see where I'm going with this is. It's not what y'all it's about them and their suppression of their appetite.
Yes, you can present yourself as a wife, whatever that looks like.
Whatever that looks like.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's really on the man. Because I tell people all the time. I mean, unfortunately, even Beyonce got cheated on. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce, Halle Berry, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah, and those were images, icons. You know what I'm saying? You thought they was untouchable. No one's untouchable. No one's untouchable.
Because it's about feelings. It's about how you, it's about how, all right, okay, boom. Like, blah, 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 blah. It's about how you make the man feel.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It be coming up, y'all.
That's a good one.
Yes, like it's about how you make the man feel. Because I always say that, or it be circulating on how, oh my God, how women would be like, see a man with a woman who is not up to par as they would like them to be. And they wonder, like, it's how she making a man feel? You was cute and crazy. You know, you was fine and feisty. You know, all of that. Like, no. Yeah. That's good. So let's go back to the whole wife thing.
Yeah.
What was your definition or idea of a wife before you got a wife? Yes. And is it the same?
Ooh, that's a great question. I like that. So before I had my wife, I can only look up to my mom, right? Even though she wasn't a wife, but just her motherly duties. So when I see my wife, when I pictured my wife, it was everything that my mom was, right? So my mom was strong, independent. She got things done. She made things happen. You know what I'm saying? Very stern. Got any and everything that she wanted, whether it be by force or grace. You know what I'm saying? So that was my idea of a woman, right? That was my idea of a wife. Yeah. As I met my wife, it totally changed because God bless my mom. She's a great woman. She has all those great qualities. But she also was divorced twice. Never dated again.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so in my mind, looking at that, I'm thinking, were you too strong to where you couldn't bond with somebody? Could you not meet in the middle with somebody? You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a conflict, like, oh, so and so is too strong. They just haven't found the man. You know what I'm saying? Or it's you're too strong. Maybe you need to submit a little bit. My wife she's a combination of both. She will go tooth and nail for me, against me, but also she knows when to submit. She knows when to let a man lead. And I'm walking very gingerly on this topic.
No, because we gonna get into it. This is the reason why I created the Keepsake Korner, is to dissect these things and these phrases and words. They know I don't like these phrases and words that they be using, but I do like to dissect these because these are the words that come up all the time. They leadership, submission. So I had more questions. I was gonna let you cook.
Yeah.
I was gonna interrupt you. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. So wrapping it up, once again, this is what worked for my household. Like I said, at the beginning, if I married someone like my wife, I don't think we would have worked out. Or like my mom, I don't think we would have worked out. But now my wife, she showed me what a perfect soulmate was for me. For me, it might be different from the next man to the next man to the next man, but I would say I don't necessarily believe in roles and responsibilities. Whatever works for you works for you.
Come on now.
Whatever works for you
works for you. Your own role and responsibility.
Yes.
That's what you got to do, y'all.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Where we was at? All right. So
You just about to grill me.
No, no, no. I have more questions to dissect. The Oh no, let's go back. It'll come back to me. So your mom was divorced twice.
Correct.
Does that mean you had two stepfathers, or were they before you were?
Yeah. So I have stepfather and then the father of my father.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so they were married.
Yes.
Okay.
Married.
And then, so when did your father leave? Or
yeah, my father left pretty early when I was 2 years old.
I don't want to say left because I don't know if he left. Did he leave?
He left.
Okay.
Like left. Like I ain't seen him like three
left.
times since I was 18.
Okay.
Left.
Okay. Like well, okay.
Yeah, like walked out.
You show up. Okay. Okay. Cool. And I only ask that because we have this thing where I tell my fellas like, sometimes y'all mamas was trash. Y'all know I said that. But that's not everybody. That's not everybody. Only because, some of my fellas harbor the feelings of being fatherless. Right. And they hold all of these grudges without knowing the story. And y'all know I'm talking about a certain percentage over here, not everybody. But not knowing the story and growing up with their mothers, yes, you're gonna go to bat. You're gonna go to bat. But that's why I asked, like left, kicked out, like there's a difference, Right. Like I say, I had a plan. I did. I believed, which is why I started my business here because I believed I laid it out. I woke up one morning and said I don't want to do this, but I had the plan like an architect. I was like, all right, so you gonna go back to your mama house over here, and then we still gonna do this, and then it was like. Your plan, like, ball my plan. Right. That's out. And I was like, that was the only draft I had. Oh no. But so for me, I was like, I thought that like that was cool. Like we were supposed to do this, but I don't know where I was going with that. Ian, I got to be honest because this. Oh, yes, I know where I was going with this. So the fact that for me, I'm like, it's always a decision and a choice that you make based on, like we said earlier, what's going to be the greater good, and what's going to work. So I wanted that friendship. I say it all the time. I wanted us to be cool. I really thought I was just turning it off from here to friend. Like, hey, or you know what? Co-parent. Gotcha. No, I'm say friend. Because I don't have to reduce it to co-parenting. Co-parenting like me. No, I did want to be his friend, but it didn't work that way. Right. So for me, that's why I was like, left. I wouldn't say I kicked him out, but he didn't leave. But I don't know. But okay, good. So then comes your stepfather, the second one. How was that? Did you not feel like you had a father figure in your stepfather?
Yeah. So rewinding. So she was previously married, right? Oh. And then my father came the second time.
Got you.
Then after that, she never dated again.
Oh. Okay.
Never dated again.
Oh, interesting. Did you ever ask about like a male figure around? Not just your dad. Like, did you ever?
I never really asked. I never really asked. Never really felt like I was missing anything. So shout out to my mom. I never really felt like I was missing anything. So it wouldn't cause me to reach out and be like, hey, why isn't my father around? Why isn't another man around that can teach me football, basketball, fix cars, yada yada. So I never had that want.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good. All right, now flip side question, and the wife is not here to answer on her behalf, but I am wondering though, have she ever expressed, or have you noticed what she intended or looked for in a husband prior to meeting you? Have you seen a change? Has she expressed like, oh, before I wanted, and then here you are right now, and I don't know. Anything just from your point of view or perspective though, of?
Oh, 100%. We've had a few conversations about this. And so when she was looking for a man, she was looking for someone like her father. You know what I'm saying? Very caring, nurturing, loving, a huge provider, right? Anything that she wanted, she got, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right?
Sound like my girl. I got
Right, right. Which was very interesting because that's wasn't her past. That wasn't her past like growing up. She was, the younger stage, so she wanted the rebel, she wanted the thug, she wanted that whole image type thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then here I come, total opposite.
Total opposite in the back.
Total opposite.
Running through the
Total
back.
opposite.
Yeah.
Right. Total opposite.
Yeah.
So she did express, but the good thing about her is when she was dating and stuff like that, she always knew, like, oh yeah, this is not my husband. This is just a fling, some entertainment, right? So coming up to me, I'm saying, when we had this conversation about what she was looking for, she said, for the most part, yes, all the qualities that I had, she was looking for in a soulmate. The one knack that she had was maybe someone a little bit more expressive, right? Whether it be physically or verbally. Okay. Right? A little bit more expressive, a little bit more lovey-dovey, a little bit more romantic, that type of stuff, because that's what her father was. Yes. But that wasn't me, because, growing up, I never saw that. Right. So I don't know how to act like that. But I'm getting better. Good. I'm getting better. It's just constant communication. Good. It's never perfect for a whole year. It's always like, hey, you're slacking. Yes. We need to pick it up. Which is amazing. And so I think I said this on my last episode. And you know what? This is confirmation too. And I have to start, your girl got to start going with what she know. I always compare relationships to careers. Right? You go, if you're working, you put your time in for your boss. Mm-hmm. You want that raise and everything. And people should really do that in relationships. You want that raise in your title and all of that other stuff. So I want to come up with a project where it's like the evaluation. When you come in for that raise, you get the needs to improve and successful. I really want partners to evaluate themselves like annually, maybe even quarterly. Now that might be excessive, right? But annually, just to see where it's going. Because again, some women, when you gonna marry me, or what are we doing? Well, let's see. Let's see if it needs to improve or anything like that. Yeah. I love that. I actually love that. So me and my wife, we do finances, annual finances. It should be quarterly. We do annual finances, but we rarely actually check in on the relationship part of it. I like that. We need to. I'm gonna add that. Yes, add that one. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all be my first. I'm gonna come with it. I'm gonna come up with it. That's good. Also, you just had me so Kenya's keepsake, right? What is a keepsake? Something that you just keep. I give it to you. You tuck it in and you do that. And so all of my products, everything that I give, I handmade and I tailor, right? And you just another confirmation. So I created, oh my God, I have it right here. Look, and this was not in my script or plan right here, but based off of what you said, I have a date yourself jar. And what it is 28 date yourself ideas that I bet you would not think of. And so I come up with 28 prompts, and you come in here one day if you're like, what I'm gonna do? Shake it up. I don't have them in here right now. But you pull one out, and it'll be something, again, I bet you never even thought of. And that's what I want you to do that day. So I have it for single individuals, not single people, because, again, date yourself. And I have it for couples, too. So I am going to gift you and your wife one so that can start you off with a little, I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. That's a great idea. Keepsake. Thank you. See, this is confirmation. I be holding on to stuff. Like, I do. I really do. And y'all type in the comment, type in the chat. I'm hook me up, y'all. So that's a good one. Oh, that is great right there. Oh my, where are we at with it? Because time is up. We still got time to have some good times here. So let's get into this question, because another word, providing. What does that mean to you and your household? Yes, providing. It can be depicted multiple ways. My definition of providing is a roof over the head. Okay. Right? It's, whatever you need, whatever the household needs, I'll go ahead and get it done. Whether it be, hey, this needs to be fixed, or, hey, I need you to vent, stuff like that. That's what providing means, is not just physically, not just financially, but emotionally as well. That's what providing means. So both can be providers. I'm getting tongue-tied. So look, tongue-tied. Both individuals can be providers. Equally. Same as leadership. Same as leadership.
Equally. Roles, let's throw them out the way. Like, serious, let's throw them out the way, the window, and all of that. Roles and responsibilities. Unless we're gonna be, everything should be equal. Okay, but here's the thing, because y'all gonna come for me talking about this equal. I'm not talking about equality. I'm not saying I want to go sit up there and pick up my refrigerator. Y'all take that equality too far. They be like, oh, women want equal rights, but y'all can't do what we do. Y'all want to be so equal. No. I really just want in. Let me tell you what I want. I want people to just accept what is accepted. All right. Yep. I am a woman. I'm not, I don't care. Yes, there are some women out there that will go pick up that refrigerator. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of them. Mm-hmm. But that woman probably don't want to pick up the refrigerator, even if she can. So understand that. Let's get into emotions though. Yes. Because it's always said women are emotional, men are logical. Women are emotional. And when you always compare, I think you take that away from the other gender. So to say that we're emotional means that guys can't have emotions. Right. Talk about men. I called them emotions one day, and a guy just had to be like, "Why just can't be emotions?" Like I just, as it is. But talk about emotions in men, how it is, your belief, and then society, what you see, because you're out there like, nah, you be having to specify with people. Yeah, right. They taking it wrong with it. Ian is a businessman in these business streets, okay? And so you see a lot of different people, a lot of different personalities, but emotions in men, talk about them. Emotions in men. I don't think that men are necessarily less emotional. I just think that men don't express emotions as often as women do. Oh, okay. I think that's what often. As often. Okay. Let me give you an example. As often, it just made me think that we're often. We're very often. As often, traditionally, right? Yeah. So, for an example, if me and my wife are out in public, not saying that she would do this, but actually she would do this. So if me and my wife are out in public, we're saying we're at a restaurant, she goes and gets a drink, whatever. Mm-hmm. If a lady walks by and has a conversation, mm-hmm. my wife, she'll stop by, be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Mm-hmm. Type thing, like, "Hey, I'm here. Yes, this is my man. What you doing? Talking to him, stuff like that, right?" So she might express it in emotion. She might, what I'm saying. She might be there. Yes. And you might see the emotion in her face. Right. Exactly. Right. Whereas opposed to men, I'm not saying all men, but like me personally, mm-hmm. if I went to the bar and my wife was by herself and a man approached her, mm-hmm. I wouldn't necessarily approach her and be like, "Hey, this is my woman." Mm-hmm. I kind of stand off at a distance. Like I would think like, "Hey, what's going on? Is everything cool? What are they talking about?" Mm-hmm. And if she expressed maybe a little uncomfortability, then I'll approach, be like, "Yeah, this is my woman. What are you doing?" Type mm-hmm. situation. But we equally have those emotions. Yeah. It's just mine might be a little more, held back, mm-hmm. reserved compared to her overt mm-hmm. emotions. Yes. That's all. Okay, as often. Again, those were often. So let's go into vulnerability. Because that's right up under the emotions when it comes to the men. Because the common challenge and the common issue is that men are vulnerable for number one, because they're men. And then number two, because they are women weaponize it. Mm-hmm. Women weaponize it. And I get it. I hear it. I'm not saying they're not wrong. But how do we get away from that? Like, who is that on? I mean, yes, you could say it's on the woman, right? But is it? So many questions. So many questions. So many questions. I'll never say one thing is specifically on a woman. No. I'll never say one thing is specifically on a man. It has to be on both. Men have to be vulnerable, right? And at the same time, women can't weaponize it. And just because a woman might weaponize it doesn't mean that it gives the men an out to not be expressive, right? Because everyone's human. Everyone makes mistakes. I think the thing with men showing emotion and being vulnerable, especially, I'm saying me being as a black man, is we don't want to show weakness. Yeah. We don't want to show weakness. We don't want to,
make you think that you have an edge on us and that we are in a weak place, which is not the case at all. But the way society is and the way men are built for the most part, that's the perception that we have. We live in a whole different world. We live in a whole different world where things aren't, you know what I'm saying, as they seem.
It just sucks so bad because I help individuals unlearn and relearn relationship skills. And I just want to unlearn this whole society thing.
Yeah.
And I know I can't. I'm one little person, but I will take it one step at a time. But just unlearn it because that has become again the out and the answer to everything. If I sit up there and say, why I hate the term baby daddy, baby mama. But society said it. Like, where'd you get that from? Like, even in my situations, never called him a baby daddy ever. I don't say his name. I don't say nothing. I just don't say nothing.
You ever say father of my child?
I do. I say my daughter's father.
Okay, daughter's
I do. I say my daughter's father. My daughter's father. My daughter's father. But other than that, it's just like, why? Why are we just allowing society? You know, the other thing that bothers my keepsake grits is the whole when men we were taken out of the house. And then it started when we were taken out of the house. And then Section 8 told us that the black man couldn't be in the house. And then, y'all wasn't doing, you wasn't taken out of nothing. And who told you and where? I said this in the last episode. And I think that's the title of the last episode. Who told you that? Because really, and then the ancestors. Not knocking the ancestors. Y'all wasn't there. So I think my point is we genuinely don't know what happened.
Right.
In the 1960s. We don't know what's going on in Asia. Now, someone would fight me and say, the statistics, those are numbers. All right. I could write down that 10 people live in this house. You know what I'm saying? And then the statistics are going to say, you know, but what's going on in this house?
Right.
What's going on in the, you know what I mean?
Truly.
So again, they're saying the Asians are working out, their marriages are surviving. Well, it's just the black culture. Now, I'm not saying we're not unique, but why can't we just be unique? They put the black culture out there as we're failing.
Yes.
As in, and I'm not saying we're not, but don't think they not failing either.
Yeah, they failing.
Because I will be getting my keepsake back.
Yeah.
Society,
right?
So talk about the society piece of what. All right, here we go. What societal myth boils your keepsake grits?
Yeah, the societal myth. Well, shoot, the black woman is not desirable. That's what boils my grits. So the black woman is to this. The black woman is to that. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I was raised by a black woman. I have two black sisters. So I love the black woman. I see it from the standpoint the black women are nurturing, they're loving, they're kind. I just think that people take that passion and turn it into something that is not. Something negative.
They take it into anger.
Something negative.
We're not angry. That's where the term angry black woman came from. We're not angry, we're passionate.
Yeah, but if anyone else, they're passionate.
Yes, right. They're happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
That's the word, happy-go-lucky, right?
But for the black woman, it's anger.
Yes.
That's the one thing that makes me very angry.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And I just again, I want people to stop allowing what is said, what is projected in the world to take over their individual perception and how they treat people with it. Oh my goodness. So
and you hit it on the head. It's the perception, right? It's a perception is reality. I'll say that. But your reality, your perception is different than my reality.
Yes.
My perception. What people can't allow to happen is other people's perception, other people's reality, forecasted on us. And so now we think that. Just because you experience that doesn't mean that's my truth. That's your truth.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And so again, that's why I separate the two when I say I grew up in a loving two-parent home. And my parents are divorced now. But I grew up in a loving two-parent home. This is recent. I'm 42 right now. This is recent. And then so the expectation for society would for me to have stayed with my daughter's father because that's what I saw. But like I say, that's not what I felt. I knew what I felt in my loving two-parent home. I wasn't feeling that, and I didn't want my daughter to not feel that in that same home. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. What is off topic, on topic? Because I want to get to the babies. I never wanted a son, right? So when I see your two little ones, I'm like, oh my God, I remember the dressing of the my daughter's 22. She be dressing me now. Right? Like it's a whole she styled me for the Grammys. Oh, and yes, I was like, oh my God. Let me tell y'all. I run my daughter low. Y'all think y'all the kids, y'all how old is yours again?
4 and 3.
4 and 3. Yeah. If you think that they are running around now, that's cool. Let them run you low. Cause guess what? Ha, I got you, daughter. I drive my daughter crazy and I love it. Okay. But for their, oh my goodness, tell me one thing that you admire watching your wife do with your daughters, because again, you're the father, you do your do with them, you have your routine rituals, whatever, but when you just sit back like, yeah, that's what is that, give me one moment.
Yeah. So I think that what's there's a one moment, right? She does this very often. My wife speaks life into my daughters. She says, "You're beautiful, you're amazing, you're a queen, you are respected, you are loved," and she speaks life with them. So I love that when she speaks life to my daughters. I absolutely love that. Number one, because it's so vulnerable, it's so beautiful, so feminine, so soft, but it's instilling confidence into my daughters. I love that. I like I said, I've never seen that. With my mom, because my sisters are much older than me, so I saw them. My sisters, when I was born, one sister was 14, the other one was 18.
Oh,
so
okay,
a little bit
okay.
older. But I love that. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I love that.
That is good. So with that, like, how do you, I mean, I'm sure you do the same thing, but how do you do that on the flip side as a father to reinforce?
100%. So I take that. I say the same things. You're loving. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're kind. And I flip it. You're respected. You respect others. You know what I'm saying? You demand to be loved. You are loved. You love others.
Yes.
I want to make sure that not only do they know that they're loved and respected and they're kind, but also other people have to be kind and loving to you.
That's good, because the people out there are cruel.
Yes.
And it starts with the kids.
It does.
It starts with the kids. I was bullied in second grade. I told this story on one of my episodes. I was bullied in second grade, and I remember that. You don't forget stuff like that.
That's tough.
I ain't do nothing to nobody. Vanessa and Angel. Yep, I talked about it on the other podcast. Vanessa and Angel. Where y'all at now?
Called out names, huh?
They have to do me like that in second grade. They took barbecue sauce and put it on my mint green jacket. Ooh. It was like a puffy mint green jacket.
Kids are evil.
It was chicken nugget day.
Kids are evil, little devils.
So evil, right? And so I love that, because, and I'm gonna be honest, there are some parents out there that, and again, all parents, I'm pretty sure the resources that they have and everything, but there are some parents out there that I'm just going to say that put their individuality in the forefront of their parenthood, which pushes their child into a different environment or a different mindset.
Yes.
Right. And for me, I'm glad we talked about this earlier too. I always say, I am proud of my ROI. I call my daughter my ROI.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I feel to this day, for me to tell my story now, and if I had a different outcome, if my daughter was a different type of individual, then I'd be like, oh my God, man. But society would also have blamed me for leaving her dad had my daughter had turned out a different way.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. But then I'm like, why don't they look at my ROI and be like, oh, you did that? Like, not ever looking for praise. Because I do get the questions like, how did you do that? I don't know. I woke up every day. I would sleep every night.
Day by day.
I did, every day. But I'm happy and I'm glad. I'm very proud of both of us. You know, even on her birthday, I'll be like, "Happy birthday to me."
Right.
I did that. Y'all
I
didn't
did that.
know. But to have, I don't think that a lot of people know how much they affect their children, right? And so with that, let's switch gears really quickly. Talk about your friend circle, your fella circle. Let's get off of the marriage and the kids right now, because before you were married, you was out there in the other way, outside of the business.
Yeah.
Now we're
Yeah.
talking about that other way, okay? But so because I know a lot of people love to attribute behaviors to their circles. They say married men shouldn't hang with unmarried men, or they say the women shouldn't go out with single friends. So let's go into that first, because that's still on the marriage part. So let's start there. Do you believe in that? Married people should not be with single people, and then talk about your fella circle right there.
Yeah. Okay. So to answer the question, do I feel like married couples should hang out with their single friends? I do feel like at the end of the day, if someone's going to do something, if someone's going to be influenced, it's on them. It's on them. It's not. We can't. At the end of the day, if something happens, you can't say, "Oh, my single friend."
You right?
No.
Because
No.
he put me in his car.
Yeah.
He took me to her. He took my pants down. I was
Right.
like, bro, stop.
Right.
Bro.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. No. So at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own actions.
Mhm.
I'll say that.
Okay.
I will say this. Now, if you're with that single friend and they're doing single activities, then that probably shouldn't be the environment for you. No matter how much self reserve you have.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
probably shouldn't, you shouldn't be playing with fire. Even if you don't think you'll get burned, you still shouldn't be playing with fire, you know? But do I think, oh, I'm married, I'm shunning my single friends? No. I don't believe that at all.
Good.
I don't believe that.
Good. Yes, because that's a lot out there, especially when it comes to, like you said, outside environments. And then it's easy to blame, because there is this post that I have. It's gone viral. And let me see if I can pick it up. So now, switching gear. This one, I'm telling you, the way that I posted this about 6 months ago, and it is still in rotation. Ooh. So it's about, it was a group of guys, and I don't even have to pull it up because I know it so well. It's a group of guys sitting down, and one guy and say, "So what if we bros, right? And I'm married, and you close to my wife, you call her sis and everything, and I'm cheating on her. Do you tell sis?" So one guy was like, "Hell no, like I ain't gonna break up that bone." Then the other guy was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying." So what do you think about that? Like when the boys are close to the wife, but then they close to the situation too. So is it, yeah, talk a little about the bro code. So that's going back into, so now we're segueing into the bro code in your circle of friends now. And if you want to compare them to what you've seen in the, what you've seen.
Yeah, I won't say any names.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna say no names.
I ain't gonna say any names. But as far as the bro code is very real.
Okay.
The bro code is very real.
All right.
My allegiance is to whoever I have that relationship first. That's who my allegiance is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it's the bro and he's married and I see the bro, first off, if I see the bro doing something that a married man shouldn't do, I'm checking him. That's all the time.
So that was the question too. It was like, so do we? Come on.
I'm checking him. I'm saying, hey, first off, you're married. You shouldn't be doing this type of stuff. Second off, not only are you trying to ruin your life, but you're ruining your wife's life. You're ruining potentially your kid's wife, and so on and so forth. Is it worth this 10, 15, 20 minutes of pleasure for all this chaos? It's not. It's be some chaos. It's not. And it's going to be some chaos. And it is. It's going to be long-lasting chaos.
Long-lasting chaos.
You know what I'm saying? So off top, when I see the bro doing something, I'm checking the bro. It is not my place to talk to his wife. It's not my place. As much as I would like to, and as much as I feel like she deserves to know the truth, it is not my place.
Ooh. Now, this is what I love to segue. We're going into now. If you saw your bro wife out at a restaurant, with somebody that's not the bro. What you doing?
I'm snitching.
You snitching?
Hey, I'm snitching. What? I'm on the phone right there while she's at. I might FaceTime and show her at the same time. Show him at the same time. Hey, ain't this your wife?
My goodness.
What they do?
Yes.
Right there, right?
Look.
I'm snitching. Cause my
Hey, what y'all eating? What y'all eating up here? Look, I say I'm going to sit down at the table.
What?
I say I'm placing my order in. Cause you paying for everybody
Right.
up in there.
What we eat.
Exactly. What we eating. Oh, this good right here. Oh, that's cool right there. I am there. But Ian, my best friend, is the total opposite. And she knows me and my best friend have been room to the tune, literally since we were born, best friends. And she won't. She say, I will not. This has been, and she stands on this. Her thing is she's been burned before in the past. Not by me necessarily, but other friends that we had growing up where she did express and it backfired on her. I'm like, that's cool. That ain't your girl though. Holler at me. Send me your location.
Right.
Holler at me.
Right.
Because what I don't understand, and she knows we don't even talk about it no more. But what I don't understand is that she will sit, because I'm bringing them to the barbecues.
Yeah.
He gonna be around.
Yeah.
She will sit in that, looking at him like, I won't know. Wow. But I gotta respect my bestie. Well, it's not. Here's the thing. Stop trying to change people. I'm saying, stop trying to change people. They feel how they feel. They believe what they believe. Now, I am saying they cannot change themselves. They have to change themselves. So therefore, my best friend and I literally been best friends our entire life. There is nothing that I could have told her at 5, at 13, at 22, or at 32 that is going to make her say, you know what, Kenya, if I did catch him, I'm going to tell you now. No, I cannot change. She would have to be in that moment and like really have to feel it, because maybe she don't even really know.
Right.
It's never happened. She ain't never called my man. But she feels like it. She's like, so maybe she has to be in that moment. Maybe she would feel different. I don't know. But she's standing on business. She ain't saying nothing. I respect that. And you have to respect it. That. People get so angry at other individuals, at friends. Y'all know why? Because y'all put too many expectations on these roles.
Hey.
Let me tell y'all something. I love my best friend and everything, but I know when I'm going to run her low. She know when she going. Like, we respect each other enough. And then all friends, family members, respect them in their space and their capacity.
Please do.
Because we're not all one individual. We all don't walk along. I mean, the same. We all are not the same. We're not. And then if we were the same, I don't want to be my self friend.
Nah.
I said my self friend. Y'all know what I meant. I don't want to be my self friend. Look, Webster, pick it up. No, I'm pretty cool. But, I don't know.
That's tough.
Like if I had a circle of me's, I might do what? I mean, I'm cool, but
yeah.
But here's the thing, my daughter, she there. She's like an elevator version of me. But like I said, I run her like, oh, y'all better stop trying to change people. That was the moral of the story.
Don't change people.
Don't try to change. Respect how they feel. Respect their decisions. Respect what they're gonna give you and what they're not gonna give you.
That's what it is.
I done went through all of that. Back to your circle. No names. Did we even get into that?
Can I use the bathroom?
Absolutely. We're going to pause, y'all. Hold that. We're going to be right back. All right. So we're going to get into the Keepsake Quickfire. Y'all know how we end the episode. Yep. Y'all ready for it. So what's the Keepsake Quickfire? I'm going to ask you random questions.
Okay.
And you are just going to answer them right off of the top of your domage. So let me see.
Is it going to be fast or do I have time to think about it?
Let me tell you, no, it's going to be fast, but then it always turns into like a discussion and I want them to be fast, but they don't ever be fast. All right, so here we go. Share a lesson your daughters have already taught you.
Ooh. A lesson that my daughters have already taught me is Daddy doesn't have to be hard all the time. Daddy doesn't have to be hard all the time, meaning if they want to play tea party. I got to play tea party. Mm-hmm. They want to paint my nails. Mm-hmm. I got to get them nails painted. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I don't go out in public.
Right.
One time on accident.
Yeah.
But, You know, if they want to,
they go like they go out on
right
sometimes.
they go
Yes,
right,
yes.
right. But daddy doesn't need to be hard all the time. Daddy can be loving and caring and be a friend for them in their own space.
Good. Good. Does marriage change love or deepen love?
Does marriage change love or deepen love? I think it's both.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, is there anything that you miss about your dating life?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
What I miss, and me and my wife have this discussion all the time, is not having to check in. Just get up and do whatever I want.
Oh my goodness, that is a common theme. Oh my God. So my boy Evan, I'm like, we talked about, see, this is what I mean. Some of the quick fire turns into, and we ain't gonna take too long on this topic here. What does that mean? Because it just sounds so, everyone says that, right? I ain't gotta check in, I ain't gonna call no, I ain't gonna, oh my God, like, you know, is that so? Okay. I guess checking in is kind of like a negative connotation.
It
right?
does have a
It
negative
does. I mean,
connotation.
you know what? I ain't even gonna try to change. It is what it is. I'm queen of it is what it is. I'm not gonna try to change it, make it check in. It's
Check
respect.
in.
It's respect. All right, check in. Check in. All right, that's it. But what's so challenging about it?
What's challenging about it is me having to explain my every move, why I'm doing it, where I'm at, as opposed to like, man, just let me be where I'm at. I'm gonna be where I'm at. I'm gonna do what I have to do.
Okay.
Why do I have to let you know my every move?
Right.
And then it's a thought in the back of the head. If I tell you something and you don't approve, then you're gonna tell me what to do. Oh, you can't go there. Or you can't do this. Or you can't do that. Like being told what to do or what not to do is, I think that's the whole checking in thing.
Got it. Okay, makes sense.
Even though it's out of love.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's never out of ill will.
Right.
But in the men's head, it's why are you trying to control
right.
me?
I have a your girl has a whole video on that. I'm not even gonna hold you. Go back to I think I even pinned it at the top of my social media. I have an entire video about that. I did a series called He Said, She Said, and I say that the complaints that men have and the complaints that women have. And so one of them was, and that's how I said it. I was like, men are like, she always trying to control me. Then I go into that. I was like, anything that sounds demanding is gonna feel like control to a man, no matter what it is. And then that leads me to go into women never stop there, right? So it's always a question after a question, right? Isn't that the thing about checking in too? Oh you can't just be like, I'm at the bowling alley. Which one? Which one? They still me. I ain't gonna lie. This is what I would do. I'll be like, which one? They still got that food place up in there? where they at? Where you park? Like, I'm that one. I'm that guy.
Who all there?
Yeah, who all up in there? Like, yeah. What's your score?
What's your score?
I want to know the score. I want to know that you did good. You got a strike. That's just out of love. That's the difference between out of love, y'all. So wrapping it all up with my boy Ian here, because I do just want to flip that whole checking in thing because it is common. It seems like a common, and again, it is what it is. Yes, it is, but don't take it as it being a negative thing in a relationship. It's like, oh my God, I have to check in. No, you should want to out of respect. Now, I will say, I always have to leave with another. I will say, us as women, we do have to get better at knowing when to stop. Knowing when to stop. Stop asking so many questions. The leeway and the say, because that's why they don't want to answer. That's why they don't answer one question. Because then it's not. See, my boy in here, girl. He ain't gonna. On that note, we just gonna end the chat.
Right there.